Our Parsha tells the tragic tale of the kidnap and the rape of Dinah, the only daughter of Yaakov, by Shem, the prince of the area. And after an entire subterfuge by Dinah's brothers, where they convinced the townsfolk to circumcise themselves, on the third day following the circumcision, when they are in pain, Shimon and Levi, two of the brothers of Dinah, come with their swords, and they kill all of the men in the city. They rescue Dinah. The other brothers come and they plunder everything. And Yaakov is not happy. And he says to Shimon and Levi, Achartemoti, you have made my name muddy in the surrounds. I'm small in number. Maybe the inhabitants will gather up and they'll kill us all. And Shimon and Levi have the last word. And they say to their father, Hakazonaya set achotein. Will he treat our sister as a harlot? Is this the way that you want Jewish women to be treated? And Rabbi Shimshon Raphael Hirsch, the famous biblical commentator in Germany in the 19th century, explains as follows. He says, Shem was the grand lord of the manor, used to getting his way. And Dinah, she was just the poor Jewish girl. And he raped her, as has happened so often, unfortunately, in Jewish history, when there were pogroms and the bloodthirsty mobs would come in and they would kill and they would loot and they would rape and sometimes even kill their female victims. And of course, as we saw on October the 7th. And because they knew there weren't going to be any consequences. Who was going to stand up for the Jewish people? Very often at these pogroms, the police stood by on the side and did nothing. It was really state-sponsored. So Shimon and Levi were saying to their father at the beginning of Jewish history, we are going to send a very strong message here. And that message is, Jewish women are not cheap. Jewish women are not harlots. Jewish blood is not cheap. And there will be consequences to such behavior. Rabbi Soloveitchik delivered and wrote an incredible speech later, an essay called Dodi Dofek, which was several years after the founding of the State of Israel. And in this essay, there's a section called the 6 Knocks, where he speaks about 6 incredible changes in history that took place because of the founding of the State of Israel. And one of them, he says, is that for once in Jewish history, at least since the destruction of the temple, Jewish blood is not cheap. And if Jewish blood is spilled, there will be consequences. There is now an Israeli Defense Force, and if people try to do something against the Jewish people, they will act against them. Again, as we saw, unfortunately, recently, following October the 7th, 2023, where so many innocent people were murdered, and the IDF went in and took out Hamas. And this is the lesson that we learn for all time from Shimon and Levi. They were very brave. There could have been terrible consequences, but they had to send a message that we must stand up for ourselves and that Jewish blood is not cheap. I wish you a Shabbat Shalom.